Good morning. Welcome to WJOB's Veterans Views radio show on 1230 AM, 104.7 FM. We are coming to you today in beautiful Hammond, Indiana, and we call this the bunker, not just because this is the Veterans Views radio show, but because it is literally a bunker. The wind out there today is not going to affect us here in the bunker at WJOB. So also, we do have some very good missile systems outside prepared to protect us at any cost.
Absolutely.
And we've got a lot of legends here sitting at this table. I'm going to introduce them all. We've got our co-host here, Steve Bramer.
Good morning.
Legend in his own right, Purple Heart recipient, Iraq war veteran. And we have Donna Ostrander.
Good morning.
Soon to be Commander Ostrander. I have to put the news out too soon. But Marine vet. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
That's
Hoorah,
right.
we
Hoorah.
always say on the show. I am Chief Warrant Officer Robert Rockwell with the Indiana Army National Guard. And then we have a very special guest today here. I'll allow him to introduce himself.
John J. Sarnecki Sr., past District Commander for American Legion, past Post Commander for Post 369 in East Chicago, currently a member of Post 66 in Griffith, and I'm the treasurer of the DAV Chapter 17, which I like to talk about down the line.
Yeah, so John wears many hats just like all of us. Again, a living legend, and we're going to get right into it today. And Donna's going to do the honor of reading our Veterans Views contributors.
All right, here we go. We got, this show was founded by Hammond Victory Post 168 about almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
We are sponsored by Calumet Breweries. They are located at 6535 Osborne Avenue in Hammond. You can reach them at 219-845-2242 for all your alcohol needs.
There we go.
Calumet Park and Funeral Chapel. They are always support our veterans. They have a beautiful veterans area there in their cemetery. They are located at 2305 West 83rd Avenue. You can call them at 219-769-8803 or 219-736-5840 for the chapel. DAV, Chapter 17. They meet the first Thursday of every month at 1900 or 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. They are at the Glenn F. Renneker VFW Post 802 at 5820 Homan Avenue in Hammond. We have DAV Chapter 80. They meet the second Friday of every month at Cedar Lake VFW Post 261 at 13050 Washington Street in Cedar Lake, 219-386-2282. And if you are disabled vet, please join one of these organizations. They really help. I know we've talked about this on the show before. They really help all of us. And the more members we have, the more numbers we have. When they go to Washington and talk about what our priorities are, it helps to say the more members they have, the more people will listen. All right, our other contributors are Laborers International Union of North America, 41. They are at 500 Superior Street in Munster, 219-924-7922. We have the Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 21. They meet the second Thursday of every month at 1900. Also at the Glen F. Reniker VFW Post 802 at 5820 Holman Avenue in Hammond. Family Dental Care. Veterans can receive a free exam, x-rays, cleanings, and a 10% discount on all services. They have 8 convenient locations throughout Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana. They are in Griffith, Munster. If you're in Indiana, you can call 219-804-9329 to schedule your appointment. Or you can go to FamilyDentalCare.com and look up if you're in Illinois. They have locations all over the place, and they're great. It's great to go there. I've been there a couple times myself, and it really doesn't hurt very much.
All right, nice. They're gentle.
They're gentle. Yeah, they are very gentle. All right, we have Ron J. Pressmer Insurance Company for all your insurance needs, auto, home, life, health, business, and more. You can reach Ron at 219-844-0103. And we have Kuziak Construction at 1235 Summer Street in Hammond, 219-923-3007. Heroes Helping Heroes, Northwest Indiana. You can find them on their website, heroeshelpingheroesin.com, or you can contact their founder, Rich Tokars, at 219-670-2501. And White Oak Home Care. If you're 9800 Connecticut Drive in Crown Point, you can reach them at 219-999-5869 or on their website, whiteoakhomecare.com. And as always, if you do partake of any of our sponsors, please mention that you heard them on WJOB Veterans Views. And if you are in crisis, if you need help, you please call 988 and add a 1 at the end and talk to a veteran, because there are times when we all need help. And that the people on the suicide and crisis line, you don't have to be thinking about harming yourself, but if you just feel like you can't take it anymore, give them a call. They will help. Just reach out to somebody.
Yeah, sometimes all you need is someone to talk to in that moment. But I'll give a special shout out to Rich Tokars. We were at the Coffee North Township, the Coffee Social. Yep, the other day, and he walks up to me with an envelope, and I'm like, "What is this?" It was a donation to Veterans Views.
Nice.
And he's a veteran himself, and just a gentleman and an honor. So help Heroes Helping Heroes is his non-for-profit. He does a lot for us in the community. He also is a real estate broker, so he does loans for real estate.
Oh, cool.
He's a subject matter expert in those realms. So
give
him a call. Yeah. Oh, we got a call on the show here. Joe, we got a caller.
Yep.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? This is Connie with the Department of Defense Honor Guard. Looking sharp, folks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Connie.
Good morning. And you have a special guest there. I see you have Commander Sarnecki, so I won't take up much of your time so we can hear John talk. But I want just to let everybody know it's time for the weekly Department of Defense Honor Guard honor roll for services taking place March 9th through the 15th, 2026, honoring our beloved veterans who have passed. And please note that this is not a complete list of all veterans, as it is only those for whom the Department of Defense Northern Indiana District Military Honor Guard Detail has been notified by either the next of kin or friends of the fallen. Tragically, there unfortunately are veterans who do not receive these honors for which they deserve, such as having services hosted by a funeral home that does not work with the Department of Defense, or the DD-214 of a surviving family member. A surviving family member or friend cannot locate that DD-214. So please know, everybody, local VAs have access to service member discharge documents, and all non-governmental organizations, service organizations, particularly disabled American veterans, try them first, and the American Legion can also assist grieving loved ones in obtaining the DD-214. Another very, very tragic reason is that there are no surviving family and friends, as veterans can often lose touch with others, becoming isolated, and that's something we must endeavor to never allow. This can usually be prevented by connecting to our community through outreach programs such as the American Legion's Be the One to Save a Life and Buddy Check's suicide prevention and outreach programs. Now, Be the One is open to not only Legionnaires but the general public. So everyone, please go to legion.org. Register for this free virtual training. It's so worth it. I've done it. And usually a funeral home will contact us, the Department of Defense, to arrange for the military honors. But if that is not possible, survivors can call or text Captain James Wiltshire of the Department of Defense Honor Guard. He is the commander for the Northern Indiana District, and he can assist you in navigating this very painful process. Captain Wiltshire's cell is 219-689-3486. Again, Captain Wiltshire of the Department of Defense, 219-689-3486. Today we honor these veterans, and all services are in Indiana. Navy veteran Raul G. Ruiz, 92, of Hammond, Indiana. His services were yesterday. Air Force veteran Walter Eugene Davis, 80, of Black Oak, Indiana. Services were yesterday. And the following three veterans will be given full military honors today, Friday, March 13th, 2026. Army General Occupation Veteran Corporal Walter Davis. Full military honors will be rendered at the Calumet Park Cemetery Mausoleum Chapel in Maryville at 10:30 a.m. Marine Corps veteran Joseph Zotorsky. Visitation is today, March 13th, at Our Lady Queen of Martyrs Catholic Church, formerly known as Our Lady of Consolation, from 9 a.m. to 10 in Maryville, followed immediately by burial at Chapel Lawn Cemetery in Crown Point, Indiana at 11:30 a.m. Navy veteran David Francis Gonzalez, 76, of Winfield, Indiana. Services for David are today at Burns Funeral Home in Crown Point at 3 p.m. And as of this reading, to close, 7 U.S. Army Reserve officers have been killed as a result of courageously and selflessly protecting our freedom as part of Operation Epic Fury. All died as a result of attacks on Sunday, March 1st, 2026. 6 when a drone hit a command center at Port Shuiba, Kuwait, just a day after the U.S. and Israel launched its military campaign against Iran. And the 7th soldier has now been identified, Sergeant Benjamin Pennington, who died from injuries sustained following an attack on Prince Sultan Air Base in Saudi Arabia. The 7 are Sergeant Declan Cody of 20 of West Des Moines, Iowa, Sergeant First Class Nicola Moore, 39, of White Bear Lake, Minnesota, Captain Cody Cork, 35, of Winter Haven, Florida, Sergeant First Class Noah Tychens, 42, of Bellevue, Nebraska, Chief Warrant Officer, 3rd Class Robert Marzon, 54, of Sacramento, California, Major General O'Brien, 45, of Indianola, Iowa, and Sergeant Benjamin Pennington, 26, of Glendale, Kentucky. A dignified transfer was conducted Monday, March 9th, 2026, at Dover Air Force Base in Delaware. On behalf of the Department of Defense Honor Guard, we extend our most broken-hearted condolences to these beloved souls and their loved ones. Please continue to keep in your thoughts and prayers our troops and their loved ones who are currently deployed and in harm's way as Operation Epic Fury continues into its 2nd week. Thank you, everybody. I hope you have a blessed day. God bless America.
All right. Thank you, Connie.
All right, thank you, Connie.
Update. Very, very good.
Yeah,
it's a shame, but there's so many always going out.
Yeah.
There was 4 that just passed because of that plane accident.
Yeah, in Iraq, right?
Oh, really? They
were
did
at a
have people
refueling exercise and
yeah.
collided.
Oh, refueling.
Yeah.
It was a tank, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
Okay.
tank.
Oh man, the last I heard was they didn't know if there were any casualties,
Yeah,
but
it
that's
was 4.
oh
Yeah,
man.
2 got out, but 4 burnt up.
Yeah, it was
Oh
sad.
man.
So that's 11 now, right?
Yeah.
7 plus, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
11 total. We got a caller on the show here. Welcome to Veterans Views Radio. You're on the radio, caller.
Good morning, Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. This is Ricky C., past commander and your charming chaplain of American Legion Post 232 in beautiful downtown Hetsville, Indiana.
How are you doing, Polak?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Especially a great good morning to my old past commander buddy there, Yashu Sarnetsky. How you doing, John?
Good, Rich.
What you got, Rich? Or Ricky?
Anyway, hey, just got to tell everybody out there real quick, this Sunday, March 15th, from 12 to 4 p.m., Post 232 will be having a wonderful St. Patrick's Day dinner with all the Trinities. $13 for the dinner, $8 for a sandwich. We are at 6523 Kennedy Avenue in Hammond, right across from the post office. You can reach us at 219-845-0230. Come on down, have a good dinner, and just as a chaplain, I'd like to say this, if I may, folks. To everybody out there who is listening, pray, 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 not only for those who served our country in the past, those who are currently serving, and please pray for our country.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot going on right now.
Hi, everybody for sure shares that sentiment. What's going on in the world right now? I just talked to a couple of our troops that we left behind. They actually extended. They consolidated into a different country. So they went into a different country.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
going to put it out on the air,
Well,
but
yeah.
it's kind of a median country. They're not really active in what's going on. And I tell you, where we were last year is completely different now. Meaning,
wow.
like, it's a lot of the places that we sit down and eat are smoked.
Wow.
So it's
Wow.
it's I mean, they're taking out assets, not only people,
Yeah.
but they're taking out a lot of assets, and so it's I think when you hear from the troops on the ground, it's a lot different than when you just hear from the news.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah. 100%.
So your buddies over there got involuntarily extended?
No, they some of them stayed.
Oh, they volunteered?
Yeah, volunteer. I mean,
okay.
it's
They weren't voluntold?
no.
Oh, okay.
No.
Voluntold.
I mean, some of the jobs over there, it's if you're sustainment and logistics, it's not a bad living.
Yeah, you gotta
what I mean?
we gotta have those.
Not a bad living, but we went through the 12-day war. We thought that was it. We thought that was We took out their nuclear capability, and we took a step back, and we thought it was going to cool off for a while. So some people felt comfortable extending, and now they're looking at it like just bunker dive after bunker dive after bunker dive, constantly rockets going on. So
Wow.
yeah.
You'd think eventually those rockets would
Yeah, well,
they
it's
wouldn't have that many.
Well,
but
they got hundreds of thousands of them.
Tunnels.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Full.
yeah. I mean that's why the fuel prices are so high. It's because they're still not comfortable escorting ships through that.
The Strait of Hormuz?
Yeah, exactly. So until they're comfortable to navigate that and to escort ships through that, they're afraid that the Iranians still have some capabilities for pop shots for big assets in the
Yeah.
water.
Well,
like
they got
that.
the speedboats. I say speedboat, but it's not like a speedboat you see on Lake Michigan. The fast action boats, they have, they put mines down in the strait now.
Yeah.
So I would hope that we'd have either have over there or on the way a mine detector to take those out.
Yeah, and even old Pete said, hey, we have air superiority. We have complete air dominance. We
Yeah.
are flying around there without any friction whatsoever. We are
Right.
everywhere in the skies, and we're identifying targets and taking them out, but we're not at complete safe levels yet, obviously.
Yeah, because they put the B-29s in service over there, and they only do that if they have air superiority because
Right.
they're so slow and big and bulky.
Yeah, and they've got
So-
drones flying around all over the place,
Yeah.
identifying targets. Trying to be strategic. We don't need another Iraq where we go in there and just start
No.
kicking people's butts for no reason, and then they hate us.
Right.
If we can keep it to where at least their population is supportive of a new regime, then I think we could step away
Yeah.
quicker, hopefully.
Hopefully,
right?
yeah.
So, but we have a very special guest on the show. We're gonna let him talk about some of his subject matters that we want to get into this morning. John, welcome to Veterans Views. I know it's been a long time. You were on the show prior, many years ago.
I think my first time I came in here in the same building was 1989 or 1990 with Mr. Irv Lewin.
Wow.
And when I was coming up the ranks as an officer at Post 369 in East Chicago. But here today, I would really like to talk about being the first district chairman for a great program for high school juniors. It's called Hoosier Boys State. It's a week to shape a lifetime, where the young men could go go across to Trine University in Angola, Indiana, and spend a week learning about city, county, and state government. Plus, they have opportunities to meet with recruiters, meet with the academy people, meet with university people that come over, and it's a whole student fair for college opportunities. Also, it's got a chance to earn a lot of money. In 2024, we had the governor got a $1,000 check. The outstanding citizen got a $3,000 check. The outstanding citizen runner-up got a $1,000 check. There were 4 McHale winners at $1,000 each. 4 Lukowski family winners, $1,000, and that's close to my heart because this is named after our old football coach, Chet Lukowski, at East Chicago Roosevelt, and his family has 4 $1,000 scholarships, and then also the big one, the Samsung scholarship. There are 10 scholars that will receive $10,000 each. 10 runner-ups will receive $5,000 each, and every department finalist wins $1,250. So it's a lot of money that these kids could get. But the thing is, they have to sign up. We had sign-ups that began on September 12th, and unfortunately, only since then, we only have 6 boys sign up. Again, they have to be a junior in high school. They don't have to be top of the class. Just somebody that wants to go and have a good week learning about citizenship, about the city, the county, the state, and how to mingle. They won't put Trine University is a very, very nice new accommodations. They have during a year they have 2 young men to a room. Some have 3, some have 4. But for Trine University and Hoosier Boys State, it is only 2 boys to a room. And they have plenty of space out there. And it's a great environment. And it runs from Sunday, June 14th till Friday, June 19th. And again, these boys have to be juniors in high school this year, going into their senior year next year. And the way they get to go on is go to HoosierBoysState.org and then apply from there. There's a $50 cost to the family because 2 years ago, or actually 3 years ago now, we had a multitude of young men not show up because it was free to them. And the Hoosier Girls State for the American Legion had a fee, and they were having only 1 or 2 girls per year not show up. So charging the $50, that means mom and dad know about it. They know about the application. They're going to make sure they go. The sponsors pay $350 a piece. That could be a American Legion Post, a SAL Squadron, auxiliary unit, or like we have the DAV Chapter 17 sponsors a boy every year. My American Legion Post 2697 out of Munster, we sponsor a boy every year, but that's because I ask them for it, you know. So, and we have money in a coffer at the first district level, but not enough to sponsor all the boys. But my goal is to have 25 boys this year, and I'm way behind. So I'm searching out and asking you for help. And Robert, that's why I really appreciate you allowing me to be here today. Again, the program runs from June 14th through the 19th, and they just have to be a junior that wants to go.
Now, is that open to all juniors in the state or just in Lake
All
County?
juniors in the state, or if you have a grandson, nephew in Illinois or Ohio, we could reciprocate.
Okay.
We could bring them in.
Awesome.
Myself, I have my 3 grandsons in Ohio, and I was very proud that last summer my oldest one went to Buckeye Boys State. Next summer, my second oldest will be going, and then 2 summers after that, my third one will be going. And then 3 years after that, my granddaughter will go.
Nice.
Nice.
But all three of my girls went to Hoosier Girls State, and my boy went to Hoosier Boys State. And it's very recognizable when you're applying for college applications or college scholarships. Personally, my daughter was applying for Notre Dame and had a phone interview, and that's the first thing the lady asked her was, what offices did you hold in Girls State? And she has talked about that many times. That was the first question the Notre Dame officer asked her.
Wow.
So I looked it up because I wasn't sure. I know we've talked about it, and I asked what was the benefits to going to like Boys State, and it says that they have leadership seminars where they introduce the basic government, and not just like your elected officials, but like the whole bureaucratic system.
Oh, that's nice.
And you know how vast that is.
Right.
I mean, it's
You get to run for city mayor, county.
so that's the real life scenarios they're
It's
talking
real
about.
life.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then they have every year they have a court session. A judge comes in. There's actually a trial in front of the students,
Oh,
and so they can learn to see that in action and talk to them.
Oh, that's cool.
They go around the entire state. Like Judge Cantrell was down there a couple of years ago from Crown Point, and I don't know who they're having this year, but and then they have a talent show that I go to every year because we go down there to golf on Friday morning, so we go to Thursday for the talent show, and it's remarkable how talented these young people are.
Oh,
I mean, it's really rewarding to see that.
So when they apply and they go down there for 5 days and they get some real world training and experience and exposure to how local governments work, they also at that point can be eligible for these scholarships.
Yes.
Correct.
All
and
those
then
are read off.
and they can use those scholarships at any college.
Any college.
Okay. And
Does it
they
have to
can,
be an Indiana college?
No,
Or?
no.
Oh,
Any
wonderful.
college.
Okay.
and then with those scholarships, are they based on tuition? Do they hold them in like an escrow account, or are they just cash out reward?
It's
or
cash out reward. At the time of graduation on Friday, they'll give them a check for their scholarship.
Wow, and then they can use that money to help support their
Yep.
whether it be
Wherever
travel
they're
or
going, yes.
food or
awesome.
whatever
That's great.
for school. That's incredible. Yeah.
How many kids
I'm-
you going to put in that program?
right.
If my kid was a junior, I'd tell him
Yeah.
he's definitely got to do this.
Yeah.
It's kind of a no-brainer.
How old is your oldest?
He's 14 and a half, so he's got like 2 years before he's a
There you go.
junior
Oh, you gotta
still.
put
Highly
half in
recommend
there.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to put the half in there because he's driving in a year from now. So
Good luck.
yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, he's already asking me what kind of car he's going to get. I said, the way used cars are now, I don't know. You're going to drive my old car.
Yeah, there you go.
But the boys have to talk about cars. We ask that they do not bring their cars because if they do bring them, and they have to bring them, we have to keep them overnight on Friday. We won't let them go home Friday evening, and that's an extra day that the expenses to the American Legion. So we're asked the parents to drive them. We have registration from noon on Sunday until 4 o'clock. That's Eastern time. So it's 11 o'clock our time, 3 o'clock our time. So we ask them to drive them out there. Make sure you feed them, have lunch before they get registered because we do not feed them lunch, but we begin feeding them 3 square meals a day on Sunday evening.
Okay.
So, but
3 hots and a cot.
yep.
All right.
What's the last day that they could possibly apply for this?
We asked for May 15th to
Okay.
be the last day, but there's always exceptions to that.
Right. Okay.
And in my role over here in Lake County, I'll take them until a week ahead of time.
Okay. All right. And then, so if there's any further questions other than that website that you mentioned, is there a number that they can call to ask questions?
Sure, I always give to the high schools, I give out my phone number, which is 219-741-4983, and my email address is jjsarn1@yahoo.com.
Okay, HoosiersBoysState.org. And
Yes.
this is a really good program for juniors in high school. to apply for scholarships and have some real world experience for 5 days.
And especially if you know some high school counselors,
Oh, yeah.
please pinch them, kick them, tell them, look up, HoosierBoysState.org and get us some boys. We need some young men. Like I said, I committed to have 25. I only have 6 now, so we got a long way to go. So please help.
Yeah, well, hopefully getting out on the radio here on Veterans Views, everybody's thinking of their grandkids or kids and thinking that if you're in that age group,
Yep.
there's no reason why you wouldn't go tap on
Yeah.
them and say, hey, let's go work on some money for college or scholarship money.
Yeah.
Is I know we're talking about Boys State, but is Girls State also that same weekend?
No, it's a
Or
week after.
It's a week after.
Girls State is always the following week. That's why we have to get out it by Saturday so the college should come in, clean everything up, get ready for the girls to come in on Sunday.
Okay.
And Steve's blessed with all girls?
Yeah.
Well,
Blessed is the word, right?
now with the girls, they still go with a paper application. So you have to go talk to the American Legion unit auxiliary
Okay.
and get the application.
Because I like the idea of sending them because then it gives them an opportunity to get away from me and mother, right? And like interact with different people.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. And they will not be rooming with a kid that they know. If
Oh, it'd
they're
be a-
from here, from
okay.
northwest Indiana, they're going to be rooming with somebody from southern Indiana,
Yeah.
Okay.
from south of Indianapolis.
Okay.
And
Okay.
they're
They
gonna-
need that nowadays.
Yeah.
So they do intermingle.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I like that.
when I sent my 4 children to Girls State and Boys State. That was the first time that they really got away by themselves.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
So, when I sent my son, who's now 51 years old, and we sent 90 boys from Lake County.
Wow.
We had a bus load from Crown Point and a bus load from East Chicago.
Wow.
But now I'm struggling to get 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Do we still got a caller over there, Joe?
Yep.
All right, let's bring a caller on. You got a question for the subject matter at hand, or what do we got here? Caller, you're on Veterans Views Radio.
Good morning, everybody. Joey P. from American Legion Post 54 in Hobart, Indiana.
Hey, Joey.
Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.
Since today is the second Friday of the month, that means tomorrow is the second Saturday of the month, which is the second Saturday where all the veterans get together. We have breakfast over at Cafe Stelios at 8 o'clock in the morning. The address for Cafe Stelios is 7454 South Broadway, and this is a veteran get together for a breakfast. I know you all should receive your invitations. I put them out last night and stuff like that. I had all these on the list. Hopefully we can get Steve to get up early and we get him to come to breakfast with us. But
8
that's
a.m.
tomorrow morning for all. Yeah, 8 a.m. for all veterans. It's a veterans breakfast only, okay? But yeah, 8 a.m. They treat us real good there. The food is great, and they give us a military discount. And you get together with a bunch of guys to have coffee and breakfast and camaraderie. And like I said, we've got people there. Most of you know, you got Donna. I think you had a pretty good time last time you were there, and hope you come back and stuff like that. But you got Marines mixed in with the American Legion, DAV, and I'm trying to get some of the Marine Corps League guys to start joining us, stuff like that. And just a general invitation if you want to come. It's open to all veterans. As long as you're a veteran, you get a DD 214, just so that you are who you say you are. So we don't have anybody walking in saying they are and they're not. We don't want that. But
You're right.
anyway,
Yeah, it's a good
And if you got
opportunity,
a friend
Joe,
that can
for-
bring with you, yeah.
Good opportunity, and there's a lot of people that show up to that to pass out some current events and some maybe even on this Hoosiers Boys State that we're talking about to get out there into the Hobart area to spread the word. Now I know our Veterans Views radio show reaches out there as well, but there's nothing like a face-to-face to remind somebody, hey, you got a junior or 17-year-old in high school. This is a great opportunity. So yeah, definitely
Right.
Cafe Stelios, and where is it at, Joe?
The address is 7454 South Broadway in Maryville, Indiana, sir.
Okay, and that's 0800 for all of us
Yeah,
veterans and citizen soldiers
Yeah.
out there.
If you guys come early and they see us, they open the door. There's times open the door at 7:30, start pouring the coffee. So yeah, but most of us get together at 8:00. But if you happen to get there early and park and stuff like that, and they're there and they see us, they're kind of open the door and they start pouring coffee and whatever else you want, or juice, water, and they start taking orders and stuff like that. So
All right,
so we
thanks
can have the
for
place, I
calling
think
in,
it's
Joe.
11.
Stay
right,
grounded
all right.
today. Don't let the wind take you away.
Yeah, no, I'm not going. I'm homebound, so I don't go anywhere.
All
Or
right.
anything like that. Steve, hope to see you tomorrow morning, my friends. I'd love to see you at breakfast at least one time. Okay, Donna. I don't know if Wendy's available, but if you can, grab her and bring her with you. Okay,
All
all
right.
right. And hope Connie shows up. So all right.
All right.
Yeah, thanks, Joe. Thanks
Thanks,
for calling.
Joe.
Thanks,
All right, we got
Joe.
one more caller. We're going to let them,
No.
they dropped off. That's okay.
Okay.
So let's get back a little bit to the subject at hand here. We were just touching base and finishing up on the HoosiersBoysState.org opportunity for juniors in high school to be able to potentially get 5 days downstate, get some real-world experience with local government, and have the opportunity to get scholarships for college, any college.
Yeah.
And as you were saying, John, sometimes this was the good opportunity for them to get out of the house, right?
Yeah.
And
Get
get
out
some
of the
real
house and mingle with people that are different than what region rats are.
yeah.
I'll tell you
And
that.
you know that sometimes it takes college or an experience like that or the military for you to, bunk next to, my bunk in basic training was a Texas guy, right? And he had such a southern draw. And it was maybe one of the first times that I had been exposed to really other people in different parts of our country and how different we are. So great experience for a high schooler to get out there.
My
Oh, yeah.
bunkmate was from the Virgin Islands.
Oh,
Really?
okay.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty cool.
What do they speak down there?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
He spoke
French?
English. He spoke English.
Oh, English? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my
I didn't even know they spoke a different language.
Yeah,
You
so
said
like
that right now.
in Haiti, they speak French, a lot of French out there, which is very. When I first went to Haiti, we did a little trip
Man, I
out there in
think you're right. I
2010
think
for the
he-
Army. It
I
was
think
like
he did have an
predominantly
accent.
French. Yeah,
Well, Robert, can we talk about our American Legion post, or one of the other hats we're wearing these days?
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Robert and I belong to Griffith American Legion Post 66 at 132 Wiggs Avenue in Griffith. And tonight we're having our annual chili cook-off. We're going to have 18 to 20 contestants, and we hope to have a nice crowd. It only costs $5 to get in. You get a hot dog, chips, and the chili to go with it after the contest is over. And then also tonight, or not tonight, tomorrow night, we have the Queen of Diamonds, our weekly drawing. It's $1 a chance or 12 for $10, and the pot is up to $21,000 already.
Oh,
So that's nice.
God.
Wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's grown, and the crowd is nice. The camaraderie is nice, and so it's pretty cool. But then also next Saturday, the 21st, we have a band coming in at 7:30, and a big crowd will come with that. And then next month on the 11th, we have our Polish dinner, sponsored by the Ladies Auxiliary. And then every first Saturday of the month, we have our breakfast. And every last Saturday of the month, we have our taco dinner. And it's really good tacos for $3.50. I just eat one because they're so big. So,
wow.
but again, it's one of the best American Legion posts in Lake County. And then if I keep going with the other hats, if you guys don't mind for a minute, since
No,
I'm
go
here.
ahead.
Our DAV is having an educational seminar on Sunday, May 3rd. Our Mr. Bramer is going to be there as a service officer, Jim Gravogo, Johnny Rodriguez, Robert Norvatovitz, and we'll also provide lunch. So if you know anybody that does not have any disability rating but is interested in doing it, that's the time to do it, because they'll talk to you about how to do it. And it's going to be held at the St. John Township offices on US 30 in Cherville, Indiana. Again, that's Sunday, May 3rd. Doors open at 11. Service officer will start the program at noon, and lunch will be served. Also for the DAV, we have Chapter 17 sponsoring a women's conference with the women veterans of Chapter 17 and elsewhere. That's going to be Sunday, June 28th at Wicker Park. I believe that starts at 9 o'clock. Am I right, Steve?
Yep.
Okay, so, and at that time, we're going to have a short play. Young lady from Munster, Marilyn Cantanella, she brought to our attention a play. It's called A Piece of My Heart, written by Shirley Laurel. And it's about 5 nurses from Vietnam and 1 USO girl from Vietnam. The play is actually 2 hours long with an intermission between each hour, but they revised it so they make a half-hour presentation for our ladies.
Okay. And what time does that start?
That's, I think, it's 9 o'clock.
Okay.
And then just save a date for you walkers out there. DAV Chapter 17 is working with Kathy LaRue, the trustee from St. John Township, and our annual walkathon, which is one of our bigger fundraisers, is Saturday, August 22nd, and we start at the Cherryville Police Station. So, and then lastly, I'll put my other hat on that I'm wearing these days as president of the North Township Veterans Trustee. We have a golf outing. Our 4th annual one will be on Saturday, June 13th at Wicker Park, and it is cost of $80 per person. We'll supply drinks and food and have a good time. And we normally have winners of the golf outing to scramble. We set them up with a golf outing at Foursome at Valparaiso or Foursome at River Point and at the country club off of 394 Harborside in Chicago. So it's been nice. It's been well attended. Again, it's $80 per person. Just go ahead and call the North Township trustee if you want to set up a sponsorship or if you want to set up a foursome. And if you do have a seasonal pass at Wicker Park, it only costs you $40. So 80 for people that are not seasonal golfers over there, 40 that are. So you old retirees that are listening to us today, get a foursome together and have some fun.
And what time does
Absolutely.
that
That's at noon. The shotguns start at noon.
start? Okay. And what's the date again?
June 13th.
Okay.
Yeah, and then there's some sponsor opportunities here that you could do $100 a hole to sponsor, whether it be your post or your business or yourself if you're an entrepreneur. So you can find some of the sponsorship on the tags, at least on the North Township Trustees Facebook page. You can go onto that and then find the link to sponsor the holes.
You know how people always ask, well, how can I help the veteran community? That's how you help, by doing sponsorships, and because then that money goes to veterans.
Yeah.
Very true. Thank you,
Yeah.
Steve.
Yeah.
But thanks for the opportunity for letting me get those few out to everybody. I did not say anything about the VFW because we're not doing anything right now.
Hey, Joe, we got a caller. Hey, caller, you're on Veterans Views Radio Show.
Hello? Did they go? Did they drop?
Good morning, Veterans Views.
Oh, good
Can
morning.
you hear me?
Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa, good morning.
Hi, Lisa.
Good morning.
Right.
Hey, how you guys doing up there?
Good,
You surviving this big windstorm we're having?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were getting hit this
Yeah.
morning. I thought a tree was going to fall on my new house. But so we were really looking forward to you calling because
Yeah.
at the North Township and then at me and John's post meeting this week, we were having conflicting information as to where some of these bills are. And I said, you know who would know? Lisa.
Yep.
So Pat said you were going to call in today, so we've been looking forward to it.
Well, yeah, we did have some good things happen for veterans at the Indiana State House. Couple of things. One, it's a small thing, but a big thing for veterans organizations. Used to, you could not pay your bingo workers, your workers that volunteer to walk around and do the pull tabs, of the posts that do paper tabs. They couldn't even give them a free meal. They would be in violation of the Gaming Commission. They get in trouble, and a lot of people have gone in trouble for it. So now they can give up to $50 per session to their volunteers
Wonderful.
of those games. They can give them a free meal. They can have a banquet at some point free to honor them and not be in trouble for it.
Good.
So that's a really good thing.
That is really good,
another thing that
actually. I
passed.
didn't even know that one.
Something that
It
makes
is.
sense.
I mean, think
Yeah.
about it.
It's very late in coming.
It'll help those.
Yeah.
Very late.
Yep. There are some veterans, our older veterans, that can use that money that they already volunteer, but they can use that money per session to fill their gap that they have in their prescription drug costs
Yeah.
with Medicare. It'll make a big difference. So I'm excited that got done this year. That actually started. There was a gentleman up there in Northwest Indiana that has been trying to get that done for years.
Yeah.
Marty Zeglowitz, and Senator Lonnie Randolph has been the champion of that. And this year he was able to get it put into another bill, and it made it through. And it's actually there, verified.
Wonderful.
Has it been signed
That's
yet?
a good thing.
Has the governor signed it yet?
They don't. It's usually after the fact they publish when bills are signed, and a lot of times he signs like 36 bills at a time. He doesn't do individual bill signings, so we don't know if it's been signed or not. But it wasn't vetoed, and so it doesn't really matter if he signs it. It becomes law anyway. So, these things, they're completed, and whether he signs it or not, we'll see. I think he will sign all of these things. The other thing that got passed was our civilian courts in Indiana can now consider military protective orders during adjudication of other issues. Previously, it wasn't something that they really had access to. Now they will. And so that's a good thing. They don't have to say, oh, well, there was a protective order in the military. There needs to be one now. But they have access to be able to consider that in future, issues that might arise.
Good.
So that's a good thing.
Lisa, how about
And
Bill
then we have our
1210?
property taxes.
Yes.
1210, okay, for 1210, there's actually going to be a briefing on that today at 2 o'clock put on by the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs. We're interested to hear what they have to say in regards to who qualifies as totally disabled. Is it 100%? Is it 100% TMP? Will our IU veterans be eligible? And from what I've seen that they're putting out that it's 100%, and IU veterans who are in receipt of individual unemployability, which is IU, they're eligible for the total property tax exemption. And then veterans who are 10% to 90% honorably discharged wartime service receive a $350 credit on their property tax bill. And then once they get to the age of 62, they will get a $250 credit. Non-wartime veterans who are 10 to 90%, once they get to 62, they are eligible for that $250 credit. If you get the veteran credit, you do not get the senior credit. And so this bill is an enhancement for our totally disabled veterans. They say it's an enhancement because our non-wartime disabled veterans get a benefit at 62 that they've never gotten before, but they lose the senior benefit. So they get $250, but they lose the $150. So it's really only a $100 gain.
Right. God
And
forbid
then
we
our
should get
10
both.
to 90, our 10 to 90% disabled veterans, the way to figure out how this affects you is take your tax percentage for your property taxes and multiply that by your previous deduction. That's how much tax it was saving you previously that you didn't have to pay. And compare that to the credit that they're offering.
So you take your what you're paying in property taxes now and divide that.
No, No, you take your property tax percentage. Like my property tax percentage is 2.32 where
Okay.
I live.
Okay.
So I take the 2.32 and I multiply that by, or I take 24,960 and multiply that by the 2.32, and that equals out. The previous deduction saved me $579. The credit they're
24.92
offering
what
is
the current deduction is.
$350.
Yeah, and so then there's also a cap currently, right, at 240.
At 240.
And
now
that's
here's
going
the
away
other
with
thing.
1210?
That goes away with 1210. Now here's the caveat though, and I'm going to explain it with my numbers I just gave. My savings with just the first 24,960 was $579. Say my house was worth more than $240,000, which it's not, but say it was. The $14,000 deduction that I wouldn't get because my home is valued too much would have been $399, but I didn't get that. What they're offering is $250. And so the $579 is equal almost to the two credits that they're offering of $600. And so I'm only gaining $21 on my property taxes because the credits are so low.
Wow, that
Does
won't
that
even buy
make
you a tank of
sense?
gas.
Lisa, the
And
100%
so-
disabled, do we have to
Go
go?
ahead.
Do we have to go and register at the county for that 100%?
Well, yeah, I believe I believe what they're going to tell today, and I'll make sure this gets put out, is, and your county VSO will know, is that if you are 100%, that you're going to need to take that paperwork into the auditor's office, because if you are 10 to 90% and already receiving the benefit, they'll just switch that over to getting the credit rather than the deduction. But they don't know, because we haven't had to give, and be marked as, 100% or IU, in receipt of IU. That's who they're going to tell is going to need to go. And I'm not sure if there's going to be a form that you go to the county VSO for first, or if you can just take your VA paperwork straight to the auditor's office. That information I'm hoping they have available today.
Thank you.
Wow.
And so I'll let you guys know. I did request to get on that web call, even though I'm not a county VSO, to hear the information. And
awesome,
I'm
though.
pleasantly surprised. They sent me a link,
Well,
and I'm going to
you've
go.
got, quite
and
the reputation, and you've got your finger on the pulse of all this, and we really appreciate it. The debate that we were having at some of the meetings this week was whether it was signed, right? So it passed Congress and Senate, and is Braun signed this, or is it sitting on the desk? That's the last I heard.
We don't have any idea. He could have signed it. We don't know. I would think. Well, you would think he would have a bill signing for it, because they want to tout it as a really good benefit. But
Right.
they are now
not.
realizing people are running the numbers, and it's good for a small percentage of disabled veterans. But a large percentage of disabled veterans are going to end up paying more because of this benefit
So,
change.
so there was talk
Is it?
in the past about 100% disabled veterans would pay nothing, so that's gone away now.
No, that's still
That's,
on the table.
that's still on the table?
No, say that again.
So if you're 100%
No,
disabled...
100% disabled. In this bill, you will not pay any property taxes at all.
Okay.
Or it says totally disabled. We're waiting to get clarification if that means just 100% or if it means 100% T&P.
Okay.
Because those
Right.
are two different distinctions.
And then 100%.
And
So you could be
so
100%
it-
disabled or 100%. You get the 100% with unemployability,
Yeah.
which is kind of another distinction.
Right.
So if it's 100%, it's 100%.
Right.
Hopefully that's the way it works.
Yeah.
So because permanent and total it's actually
Well,
kind
but
of
if
hard
it's
to get.
Yeah.
And Lisa,
if it's 100%, our IU veterans wouldn't get it because they're not 100%.
Ah.
They are X% paid at the 100% rate.
Oh, okay.
And
I
so
understand.
that is why I know the bill used the word total, because the majority of our IU veterans are total and permanent. If you are not a younger veteran whom they know is going to, with doing the therapies and things, have improvement to come off of IU, you're given a TMP distinction. And so that's where the question is, will it just be 100% or do you have to be 100% TMP? Okay. If it's TMP, it's a very small number of veterans who will be eligible for that.
Right.
Lisa,
And so we're hoping it's just 100%.
Lisa, I want to thank you and your work at the Legislative Day. I know you were sick. You went over there on January 12th, and we took our busload of people from DAV chapter, from the North Township Veterans Roundtable. But that was our goal, was to talk to as many people we can about the property taxes. And I'm very happy to hear that it's going through. So
This call
thank you.
is being recorded.
Thank you for that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I tried looking it up to
and
see
so
how many veterans
I'll
are 100%.
make sure that, Steve and Donna, that you guys get the information of what we find out today on that webinar.
Okay.
So that you can make sure that you guys, get it out up in the local community, and then when it, what the deadlines are, what the implementation date. Hopefully they'll give that information out today.
Okay, good.
And we can always work to raise those credits in the future. We just need to make sure veterans are aware of how to calculate what their credit is compared to what their benefit was before, so that there's not any surprises when they get their bills.
Right.
Yeah, Lisa, we got to hop off here and because we're getting out in about 2 minutes. But I got one last question for you. If your house is worth more than $240 and you've applied for your 24/9 deduction, do you get anything in the current law?
Yeah. If your house is valued more than $240, you will, and you are 10% to 90% disabled, you're going to get a $350 credit.
$350 credit.
Once you turn the age of 62, you're going to get a $250 credit.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay,
Great.
thanks for clarifying that.
That's a long time for you.
Oh yeah, I know. 62. Yeah. Hope I make it.
Yeah.
Well, and so that's where the you need to do the math. Do you have any idea what your tax rate is?
Nah, not in Griffith. I don't know. Honestly, I've never looked at it.
Okay, you could call your auditor's office and ask them, can you tell me what my property tax rate is in Griffith? And they'll probably ask you your address, and they'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And just multiply that by 24,960, because that's what you're currently getting, because you're not totally disabled and you're not over the age of 62. That would be what you're currently getting, and you can compare that to the $350 credit.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you for calling, Lisa.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah,
As always.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great day.
You too, Lisa. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We're gonna do last call. We got about 2 minutes here. John, you want to say some last words here?
Again, HoosierBoyState.org, June 14th through the 19th for juniors in high school. Bring the boys on. We need them. I need 19 more to hit my goal. Thank you for having the opportunity today.
And thanks for
Appreciate
coming
it.
on, John. A lot of good information. You can catch this on YouTube, and we're going to get Steve Bramer and Commander Ostrander to sign out for us. I'm just going to say goodbye right now and let the commanders take us out today. So thank you for all your listeners and contributors and everyone who tunes into the show. You make a difference out there. Steve, you got some last words?
Everybody have a good weekend. Thanks for coming in, John. That was good info today. And, weather's going to be 40s and 60s and 20s and snow.
Hopefully this wind dies down.
Have fun. I'll be inside.
I just want to say, as always, reach out for 988 Suicide Crisis Line. Dial 1 to get a veteran. And take care of each other. Look out for each other. And have Have a great weekend.
That's right. Hoorah!
Hoorah! Good night, Chesty, wherever you are.